From Tanya's death being predicted at the beginning of season 2 to Quentin's cowboy picture that looked too much like Greg to be a coincidence, these are the biggest White Lotus secrets and Easter eggs fans missed. The first hidden Easter egg will absolutely shock you. It emerged in episode 7 of season 2, titled Dressed to Die. During the episode, we see Tanya talking to Greg about his health issues, and she says, "I've had every kind of treatment over the years. Death is the last immersive experience I haven't tried." Her fate was sealed in this episode, and it was clear she was going to die.
That's good.
Sorry. That Shia is taken. But you're a very pretty man.
However, her death was actually foreshadowed throughout the season. For instance, in episode 3, Portia, Albu, Dominic, and Bert go on a tour of the Godfather's filming locations. During the tour, they sit in the home where Apollonio is blown up in a car. A few meters from that scene lay a mannequin of Apollonia wearing a floral dress. And guess who wore that exact dress in the season's finale? Yep, you got it, Tanya. Her death was right in front of our eyes the whole time. How did we miss that?
I feel like something bad is happening.
What do you mean, bad?
I don't know. I just have this really weird feeling that something bad is gonna happen.
To you or to me?
Tanya's death was also foreshadowed when she went to see the tarot card reader. During this scene in question, the tarot card reader says something in Italian, but there are no subtitles. Viewers thought that this was only a mistake. However, some people have theorized that the woman was telling Tanya that her insanity would force her to commit suicide, predicting her eventual death as the result. Now, we don't know for sure whether this Easter egg was intentional or not, but it's definitely one of the most interesting on the list.
Questa è la bellezza, questo è il diavolo, questo è il subconscio.
Very negative.
Le stelle, l'inconscio, il subconscio.
I can't believe I paid for this, because this is just really...
La pazzia ti porterà al suicidio.
You are so negative.
There's also the possibility that Tanya's death was predicted when she arrived at the White Lotus Sicilian resort during the yacht scene. In this scene, Tanya tries to disembark from the boat, but needs the help of Rocco to keep her from falling into the Ionian Sea. This moment is pretty much exactly the same as the last time we see Tanya in the season finale. If you recall, she tries to escape from Quentin's yacht, but just like before, she struggles to get off the yacht, hits her head, and drowns. The more you look at Tanya's actions in the episodes before her death, the more obvious it becomes that she's doomed to perish. And that is a compliment to the writing. Great work, guys.
And then these gays, they take me off to Palermo, and then they set me up with this guy who's in the mafia, and he's coming here, I think, to try to throw me off the boat.
Another awesome Easter egg occurred in season 2, episode 6, titled Abductions, when Tanya talks to her divorce lawyer. His name is Billy Offer. This was no randomly selected name. In reality, there's a very special reason why the lawyer has that name. Director Millie White's lawyer's son is called, you guessed it, Billy Offer. It looks like White chucked this Easter egg into the series as a thanks to his lawyer for doing such a good job throughout the years. In a recent interview, White revealed the secret, saying, "Robert Offer has been my lawyer for over 25 years, and I've known Billy since he was a toddler. A perk of writing a TV series is giving shout-outs to people I love and respect."
I mean, the whole night was like a dream.
We just wanted you to have the perfect send-off.
Oh, send off.
Speaking of love, this next Easter egg centers around a special creature of the sea that is said to represent infinite, divine love. I'm talking about a starfish. That's right. In episode 4 of season 2, Valentina gives Isabella a starfish pin. You might think this means nothing, but remember what the starfish represents. This begs the question, does Valentina love Isabella? Starfish were also shown on Daphne's swimsuit in season 2, episode 1, which hints at something interesting.
Ciao. Ciao. Quando vuoi io ci sono.
Ah, beh sì. Guarda, devo finire un'ultima cosa e poi andiamo.
Ok.
Ho prenotato un posto bellissimo.
Fantastico.
A secret hidden within the confines of season 2's episode 2. In the episode, Tanya lets Greg know about her dreams of copying the Italian movie star, Monica Vitti, wishing that she too could take a Vespa ride across Italy and end the enchanted evening with clam pasta. Greg makes these dreams a reality.
Yeah, could you take a photo of us?
Yes.
On the Vespa?
For sure. You look so pink.
Guess who I am? What?
Peppa Pig.
I'm Monica Vitti.
Monica Vitti is dead. But yes.
But only to butter her up, as he then left early on business. However, if you listen closely, you'll hear that Greg is actually playing Tanya. On the phone in the background, he's heard saying, "Yeah, she's clueless as usual. I'll be home tomorrow." This whole story arc also looks somewhat familiar, with some fans suggesting that the relationship between the two characters is the exact same as that of the hit movie La Aventura. In La Aventura, a man leaves his wife for her best friend's wife, using business trips as an excuse to see her. Greg's phone call was even filmed on the same terrace. That Vitti is seen standing on the end of La Aventura. This next unbelievable Easter egg, however, had fans in a heated debate over what was really going on. The secret was revealed in episode 4. In this episode, Quentin tells Tanya about the island of Isola Bella. He explains that it's owned by a rich Swedish family and says the old matriarch was the last living in it, and there were these powerful local investors. And when the matriarch refused the offers, as Quentin put it, her body was found in a heap at the bottom of the rocks. This line is clearly meant as a reference to the mafia and has some fans absolutely convinced that this family and the gays were the influential investors who killed whoever stood in their way. This would explain Tanya's weird vision of men with effeminate hairstyles, as well as Greg's shark eyes in the first episode of season 2. Other fans, however, think that this island is merely a story and has nothing to do with Tanya. And since we're on the topic of Quentin, we have to discuss this odd photograph. During a conversation with Tanya, Quentin tells her that he fell in love with an American cowboy, saying that he'd do anything for him. Shortly after, Tanya finds a picture of the cowboy, and he looked a lot like Greg, her husband. Eventually, Quentin's nasty plan is found out by Greg, and it becomes obvious that it wasn't a mere coincidence. The man in the picture was Greg. Crazy! Speaking of jaw-dropping Easter eggs, did you know that director Mike White was actually in front of the camera at one point in his career? True story! White appeared on season 37 of the hit CBS series Survivor, David vs. Goliath. In the opening scene, we see Daphne talking to two women on the beach. Can you guess where these women have been seen before? Yep, you got it. Season 37 of Survivor. This tells us a bit more about Daphne. Like the two girls on the beach, Daphne is a survivor. Throughout the series, she always told other characters that she's not a victim. Clever move, Mike. That was a good one. The first episode actually features a second cameo appearance. Remember that phone call that Dominic received early on in the first episode? Did that voice sound familiar? Well, you'd be right, because the woman who voiced the phone call is none other than Laura Dern, who starred in Jurassic Park and many other hits. Laura was never credited, but she did confirm her role in the series, and it shows the mutual respect and friendship that Mike and Laura have for one another. So, from director Mike White dropping Easter eggs for his family, to Tanya's death being predicted episodes before it happened, those were the biggest White Lotus secrets and Easter eggs fans missed.